Hi, and welcome to today's 4-Minute Mark. Mark chapter 14, starting at verse 3, and we'll read down to verse 10. When he was in Bethany, reclining at the table in the home of a man known as Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume made of pure nard. She broke the jar and poured the perfume on his head. Some of those present were saying indignantly to one another, "Why this waste of perfume? It could have been sold for more than a year's wages and the money given to the poor." And they rebuked her harshly. "Leave her alone," said Jesus. "Why are you bothering her? She has done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you will always have with you, and you can help them any time you want. But you will not always have me. She did what she could. She poured perfume on my body beforehand to prepare for my burial. I tell you the truth, wherever the gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." Then Judas Iscariot, one of the 12, went to the chief priests to betray Jesus to them. They were delighted to hear this and promised to give him money. So he waited for an opportunity to hand him over. Okay, a couple things to say here. Notice that Jesus is at the home of someone who is known as Simon the leper. Let's say that in today's day and age, it's Joe, the COVID carrier, and he's having a dinner at his house, and Jesus is there. "Jesus, what are you doing at the home of somebody with a contagious disease?" Obviously, this is somebody Jesus had cured of leprosy, and Jesus is now there enjoying fellowship with that person. Realize that when God saves us from our sins, it is to bring us into fellowship with him, so we can live our lives with him, so we can talk to him, so we can receive guidance from him, so we can be upheld by him, so we can come to the Lord's table and sup with him. It's to have fellowship with us. So Jesus obviously healed this man. He's having fellowship with him, and this woman comes and pours the perfume on her head. And of course, people start grumbling, like people do, right? People grumble, "Why is she doing this? That's a waste. She could have given this money to the poor," blah, 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 blah. Anytime you do something for God, there's going to be somebody who doesn't like it. Don't let it stop you from doing something for God. People will question your motives. "Oh, you just like to be upfront, or well, you just get a charge out of having the little kids like you, or whatever, or oh, so you went on a mission trip. What, are you holier than thou, holier than me because I didn't? What are you spending your money on that church project for? Here's another church project you should be spending the money on." Blah, 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 blah. Just don't pay it any mind. It's just the people muttering indignantly in the background when somebody has done something beautiful for God. And realize that God is the only one who judges whether something was done beautifully for him or not. We are not to stand in that judgment seat and say, "That wasn't beautiful enough. That wasn't enough. We didn't like that." It was given to God. Jesus says, "She did this for me. She gave this to me." Okay, so what are you all complaining about? It was a beautiful thing. Now, this verse, "The poor you will always have with you, and you can help them anytime you want, but you will not always have me." That is often quoted, or forms of that verse are often quoted, but they leave out the "you can help them anytime you want," and "you will not always have me," because I've heard that verse used as, "Oh, whatever we're going to do, there's always going to be poor people. So why actually spend a whole lot of time concentrating on the poor and helping the poor, because they're always going to be with us." Jesus said they're always going to be here. Yeah, but Jesus also said, and you can help them whenever you want to. Okay? All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.